our festive joy this seaon. But Saka was like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the brightest of all the reindeers. Ice cold Palmer, he was like Father Christmas, just bringing joy and presents to everyone in the world. And Mo Salah, he was like all three wise men. He brought goals, assists, and points as my captain. While Erling Haaland, he was the Grinch that stole Christmas. My name is Sims from the FPL Diamond Dogs with Sid from the FPL Diamond Dogs. Let's start the show. Ho, ho. Oh!
Yo, Tibbs, this is a weird way to do a podcast. Normally, I have you like right next to me, so I don't know how to feel about this because at least normally I just need to look. Oh, you see, even the camera. Normally, I look that way, and like now in real life, I'm looking. I don't know which way to even look, so it's like it feels
No.
weird, bro.
You can just look behind you because that's where you. Oh no, in front of you because that's exactly where I am in the FPL league. But yeah, it
Tibbs,
is rough.
why are you pretending like I'm trying to compete with you this season?
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
out
no.
here. I'm just out here. I've given up. I've given up. I even
Sid,
in our FPL chat today, in our FPL chat this weekend, somebody decided to pipe up and be like, you know what, Sid? I don't know where you're doing. I don't know what
I
team
saw
you
that
got.
actually.
Exactly. And I gave it to them straight. Guys, I'm just giving you guys a chance because you know I feel bad for all of you people. You know, I'm just actually taking a sabbatical. I want other people
Sid,
to succeed. I want other people to be great. It's not fun
no.
for me if I'm just being me.
Yes, it is, Sid. It has to be fun, Sid. Winning. No one likes a loser, Sid. No one likes a loser. So now it's time for you to start winning. And you
No, you're
are
right.
now.
You're right. No one likes a loser as much as no one likes to lose. So I decided I'll let you win.
You see, this is what I don't like about Sid. Sid is the type of guy who's gonna gaslit you to believe that you actually were the reason why. He's like, you know what? I'm leaving you because I think it's best for you, knowing full well he's over the relationship. That's exactly what you are,
No,
Sid.
no.
Yes,
Well, no.
yes.
To be honest, if I'm over the relationship, it is best for you to leave for you that we break up. It's not my fault.
So now, so you're doing it for them, right? So it's like, yeah, I'm not breaking up for you. It's me, not you. I want you to
Exactly,
succeed in life.
exactly. It's exactly. It's me. It is me. It is me, and it's not you. That's what I'm
I'm
trying to
actually, you know,
say.
it's I,
I'm
you know
glad
what?
you get it. I'm glad you get it.
I've got nothing. I want you to know that I right now have got nothing from you, Sid. Like,
You've got first place between out of us, so you've got something.
and I'm actually doing pretty well in our mini league, to be honest with you. In our
Exactly.
mini
You're
league,
doing
I'm
great.
doing I'm nearly top, right? Like today, like this has been a good festive season. Like, and I haven't even started my comeback tour yet, fam. So like that's the thing. So I'm linking this like a Taylor Swift's Eras tour. So I had my listening to old tips dying in the beginning. Then I did Wildcard, which was a horrible tour. Then now I'm on the Ascent tour. Now I'm on the comeback tour. So now I'm here to come back because now I'm in, like I said, by Christmas I
But
am
you've come
top
back.
500K. Yeah.
You've come back.
Christmas, I'm
You've
top
come back.
500K. Then it's solidifying for 2021. It's just solidifying my
2021.
rise, solidifying
2021. 2021.
2025. I meant to say 2025. COVID messed me up. I don't know my years.
Ah,
COVID messed me up. I don't know my years.
my man
But
is
this will
out
be
here
like our
thinking
new
he's
way of doing the
3 years.
podcast for now on because we all have different festive holiday seasons and there's just like no time to record episodes to be able to release. So this is our new format. Just comment and see if you want anything changing in this and if you have any ideas of what we can do better because we're here to serve and please. But now it's time for our content. So Sid, you know how we start our content of whoever comes first gets to reveal how many points they got for this game week. And then whoever came second, who for some reason, spoiler alert, Tibbs is I have the tiger. Uh, uh, uh.
Did you come first this week? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, obviously. What do you mean? I had Gabriel. I had Christopher Wood. No,
I think it was just Crystal Forward that saved you, to be honest. That's the only difference
Yeah,
between our two teams, bro. So
exactly, exactly, exactly.
this man
Because
is
you want
out
to copy
there.
my team. We had this
I,
debate last time.
ah,
Isaac decided to.
ah, ah. Relax yourself.
It is.
Relax yourself.
It
I'm
is
letting you
Isaac
win the
versus Wood.
season. I'm letting you win
Yeah.
the season, but don't you dare pretend like I'm plagiarizing your team. You're doing
Okay, that's
other.
fair. I'm turning it in. I'm turning it in. You turned it in first. You turned it in first. So yeah. So this Isaac versus Wood. Hey now. Hey now. Tell us what your dreams are made of in your game week
Hey,
this week.
guys, so the way I like to look at it is, I'm so happy actually. Tips gets to keep quiet, guys. This is what I like to call sit time. You know, we have these skits about thoughts. Hey, relax yourself. Keep quiet. Keep quiet. You know, we have these little shorts of where me and Tibbs do our individual thoughts weekly. I know I didn't do mine last week, but because I didn't have any thoughts, I'll be honest. So I gave you all my thoughts during our podcast. If you didn't want to listen, then I don't know how to help you guys. But reality is, yeah. So like now I'm rebranding. You know what they say? I'm rebranding. I'm rebranding the winner, the loser as my time. You know, my quiet time. We don't have to hear Tim's talk. Me and you. This is when me and the audience get some time alone together. We get to chat. We get to go through what went wrong. How do we get better? That's what we're doing here. I'm rebranding. I'm taking an L and making it a W, bro. That's all that matters. So let's go with our new rebrand. Let's go with our new rebrand about what happened this game week for me. You know what? On all honesty, this game week wasn't bad. I don't think this game week was bad for me. I got 77 points. That's way better than what I've been getting. So we've done well here. Um, I got Henderson with 2 points, which is so lucky because I had Fabianski on the bench who got me a -1 point. So that's another whole issue. Thank God. Then I got Lewis, and you know, at one point I thought Lewis was gonna actually score against Liverpool. So I was about to throw my hands in the air and just wave him like I just don't care. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen because I really okay. Everybody here knows I'm an Arsenal supporter, and it's so funny that like a part of me was like, "Yay, City are losing," but then another part of me was like, "No, Liverpool are winning. No, I want them to draw." So I don't know, but then yeah, at the end of the day, it was a good game week for me. Gabriel with the 9 points. Ait Nuri might be a problem. We might need to discuss Ait Nuri as a problem. Mo Salah was my captain with 26 points. Saka with 18 points, which he should have been my captain, but
Yeah.
spoiler alert, no. And Buemo, we also need to chat about him. Buemo, when Brentford score 4 goals and he's not on the
Ah,
sheet, there's a problem there. And then Palmer with 14, Jao Pedro with 2, Isak with 1. Isak looks like he might be injured, so I don't know. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's that 1 week punt for Isak was a 1 week punt because that's what I was justifying it as. And then Cunha with the 2 pointer. And then the rest. The problem right now I'm facing, guys, is my bench is non existent because I have Konate injured, Winks injured, Johnson injured. So there is no player to come on if one of my actual players aren't playing at this point. So we really need to delve more deep into the defenders and transfers this week. Yeah, guys. Other than that, I think I've done really well for this game week. It was good. There are some commendable performances. Saka, I think Saka this game week might actually be a captaincy option. I'm just throwing it out there. You know,
whoa,
United.
whoa,
You
whoa,
relax, relax. This is
whoa.
Sid's time. This is Sid's time. You want to argue with? You want to argue after Sid's time. Argue in your own time. So yeah, I think there might be a problem for United. I know United scored 4 goals. Well done against Everton. So
Oh,
I don't know what they're looking for. I don't know what they're wanting. It's Xerxes and Rashford, but you put them against any other team, they puzzle. So I had my boy Tibbs out here doing this in the group chat for no reason. Nobody even replied to him. That's how relevant
Bruh,
it was. Nobody even
haters,
replied to you.
haters.
It wasn't even that we were hating. We were just like, okay, like, what do you want us to do about your? What do you want us to do about this? What are we gonna do about this? What are we doing about this, Tips?
No, no, I'm
I'm giving
quiet. This is my
no,
quiet
I'm
time.
giving you a chance to talk now. Talk.
Oh
What are we
yeah,
gonna
no,
do about
guys.
this?
I don't think you guys know this. Man United are 6 points off of Arsenal. I just want you to know this. We are 6 points off of you. We are 2 points behind fourth place. I
Ah,
believe in
guys.
Christmas miracles. Sid, I'm a believer.
Guys,
I don't
guys,
think you're
guys,
realizing
guys,
this.
guys, he's starting. Oh, this is the problem with United supporters, bruh. You give them a
I'm
little bit of
back,
hope,
baby.
you give them a little bit of hope. He's just
Fam.
forgetting that he drew to Ipswich the weekend before this. They drew
Now
to
that manager
Ipswich.
managed for us for 3 years, fam. He knew the system. He knows where the locker room is. He knows the players. He knew how to
Bruh, half of
counteract.
London, half of freaking UK knows where your locker room is. You guys are literally half, you've had half the world through that locker room at this point. Managers
All
wise,
I'm saying is, Sid,
you guys
Amaran
change
in.
managers like you change tires, bro. After a certain amount of kilometers, it's done. You guys, the only thing that's stable in your club are the Glazers.
Oh yeah, no, like, oh no, crap! I won't be back. I was like, because I'm still on holiday, but I was gonna say because we got drawn in the FA Cup third round together, so that would have been a perfect like time for us to do our first watch along of the year. But yeah, I won't be in South Africa, so
Oh, we could do a watch along online like this.
yeah, we can see how it works. But yes, Sid, thank you so much. You had a really great week because we have very similar teams. I got 86 points this game week.
I
Oh, don't worry,
wonder
I've made
why.
changes already. I've already made a
I
transfer.
wonder
So,
why. I wonder why.
yeah, so I got 86 points this week, but because I have similar teams because now we're helping each other come to the promised land. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring everybody to the promised land. So I got 86 points. I did take a -4 though, but my team was I had for breaking in goals. I'm like, Brighton, please keep a clean sheet. Like, help me. Like, help me, help me keep a clean sheet, Brighton. But then we had my boy Gabriel, 9 points. I love him. The way I just saw Timber push away the defender, and be like, yeah, Gabriel, this is your header. Go take it for me. Then I have Nori, who, like Sid discussed, he like it's not Nori like I needed to Nori. And then my transfer that I regret the most, which I try to sell to Sid when we're having a call before the deadline. Pedro Porro, I'm back. I don't know why. Like we broke up at the start of the season because you weren't delivering, but then I'm like, maybe you've changed. I don't know. I saw you on a date with another guy. You got 14 points. I'm like, hey now, maybe this goal is, maybe we can make it work. He's back to 2 points, not making it work. Mo Salah, like 7.5 points, decided to captain. He got 26. Saka, who probably should have captain, got 18. And Saka could have ruined it more for us because he was a good O and then decided, yo, Odegaard, I'm eating already, fam. Like, I can't finish all of this buffet. So I'm like, my guy, just take the lamb chops away from me. So he gave some lamb chops and the penalty to Odegaard. Palmer got 14. Buemo, another guy that's in trouble, got me 2 points. João Pedro, 2 points. But then my man that I told you from game week one, the MVP, the Ballon d'Or winner of FPL, Christopher Wood, 9 points, one penalty, one shot, one goal, 9 points. And then Cunha, I don't know how Wolves scored 2 goals and you do nothing. Like you just vibes. And then my whole bench got 0-0-0-0 with Konate on the bench. So we do have to discuss these bench problems that we have.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: I've already made my transfer for the week, but yeah, so 86 points. very happy. Brought in Pedro Porro and I brought in
We need to
Jean.
talk about this Pedro Porro situation that you decided to create for yourself.
Yeah.
We need to talk about this Pedro Porro. Okay, guys. This is. You know how we say we're here to help you. Well, I'm
I
helping.
regret the decision already.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm here to help our viewers. This is what we call reactionary, right? If you see Pedro Porro score a goal and keep a clean sheet, just know this is not happening every game week for the rest of the season. If it were to happen, that man is not the same price that you're paying for him at this point in time. So remember that you pay for what you get, and
yeah.
Tibbs is paying for Chacharach.
Yeah, yeah. But like I feel like I'm like that ex. Like Pedro Porro sent me at 1 o'clock in the morning, "Are you up?" text, and then I'm like, "Whoa, I'm back." I'm like, I saw her at the club at Instagram. She was vibing, and then she saw me like her photo on Instagram. Then she just hit me. She saw me and she like hit me up with you up. I'm like, for you, I'm up all the time. So that's the issue. I saw having too much fun at the club without me, and I wanted to reminisce about the good old days. And immediately regretted that decision as soon as I took out a defender that's actually playing, and then Konate is now injured, and now I have Pedro Porro, who's expensive, so I don't have money to buy good defenders because having three premiums, insufficient funds are back. Insufficient funds are back. So,
Bro, this is what happens when you give people money. They don't know how to spend it.
nope. I had a savings. I should have, and I just saw something I liked, and I was like, I'm gonna swipe for this because I have so much money. Then I never knew that the credit card has interest. So then I'm like, oh shit, I actually don't have the money to to buy what I need to buy. Now that I got a flat tire, I don't have money to buy a new tire because I was out there just spending it on Patron in the club. So I'm the problem right now. I am.
Yes, you are the problem. You are.
But but but
Um,
but, but yeah.
no, yeah, just looking at yeah, like you said, we got to talk about Itinerary, Pedro, Cunha. Cunha, not so much. You know what?
No.
Like for the price point that he's at, reality is he's gonna have some of these games. You can't expect him to be banging in numbers the way he's been banging in every game week. If he did, he wouldn't be that money. Like I said, guys, the one thing you have to remember is you got to remember what you're paying for. If you're paying for like Haaland is what he cost because he was scoring the way he was scoring. Don't know about now, but I'm just saying this out there for the FPL people who manage this thing. Drop his price next season. Let's be honest with each other. Man is not worth 15 million in FPL. He's not worth
Yeah.
15 million.
So that brings us to our favorite segment, which is call up, trust, believe, and strike three, you're out. So call up is what Pedro Porro did to me, fam. I saw him having fun at the club. He got a lot of points. I added him up on the gram, and then what did he do? He sent me you up text. I looked over at my girl Robinson, and I'm like, you never made me as happy as Pedro Porro did. So I'm gonna call you up. So then that's what call up is. Trust is I trusted that Pedro Porro will be the person I saw on Instagram. I never knew there were so many filters. I did not know there were so many filters on this person. Believe is what I think they're gonna do that only I can see for the future of my team, which is be a sustainable asset for my team. But only I see it because I've seen the filters, I've seen the reality, but I believe in the beauty and within. And then strike three, you're out. What's going to happen after Christmas, after I've believed for so long, and and he eventually lets me down again. So Sid, who are you choosing to call up this game week?
It's a difficult one to be honest. It's difficult to choose, and I can't make the choice of Pedro Porro, but I can like when it comes to I think there's definitely a problem with defenders because that's where
100.
like I feel like midfielders and strikers there are enough options of playing players to get through right now and to make sure that they will be playing every game week. But when it comes to defenders, it's a struggle because one, the reality is no one's really is defending. So it's difficult to bring someone in and be like, oh, cool, you can guarantee one, they play, two, you're getting a decent amount of points. Um, so when I look at that, it's hard. Like for a concert, Konate thing, weirdly enough, a part of me feels like a Wan-Bissaka could be an option because
Yeah.
he's super cheap. He's super cheap. He's shown that like West Ham can get him to score goals, but like reality of the situation is I don't know if over a whole season he's gonna score two more goals the way he
Nope.
scored two goals
He
because
scored
I
more
mean,
goals. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
He scored more goals in West Ham than he did his entire Man United career.
yeah, but he played at Man United. You can't say much.
Continue, Sid. We're not here for
Like
blasphemy. Continue.
your boy Jaden Sancho looks like looks like his actual price tag. Now he's playing for a different team. Man
Sid.
played for a different team on loan, then came back, started to look jats again, then left, and he's playing for another different team, and he's still looking better. So I think it's, you know what, you as United are the problem. That's all I have to say, my guy. Then also, I think Nottingham Forest defenders are also a good vibe. Murillo is also a good option, but the thing is, they are playing City, they are playing United. Apparently, United are good again, but I'm not gonna believe it till I see it because, yeah, shame, man. So, like, def defense wise, I don't know. I really don't know who to choose as a defender. Maybe a young Urian Timber might be a good option.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Urian Timber might be a good option. Robinson might be a good option. Branthwaite might be a good option. Uh, Basically, the smaller teams' defenders, from what I'm looking at. Like, what I realize is the cheap defender that you could get a good return from on a game week, but he's cheap, so you have money to put somewhere else in the team. Because reality wise, what other than Gabriel, who can score off of Arsenal's like consistent set piece situation, who are we looking at? Like Gvardiol, expensive,
Never
but like,
started. Yeah.
yeah, people are complaining that he might be tired because he played so many games, but they've played the same amount of games as each other so far at this point in the season. So I don't understand how that makes any sense. But anyways,
Yeah, that I fully agree. Like, I think if you're looking at defense, like I think call up for defense. I'll tell you who I brought in. Like when you do my team reveal. But yeah, I do think Cole is actually somebody that looks well. Cole or Cucurella are looking pretty good. I think you got an assist this game week for Chelsea. And Chelsea have actually I think they've figured out how to defend now. Like I think they've gotten like 2 clean sheets in their past 4 games. They look like better defenders. Cowell's 4.5, then Cucurella's 5. Um, Nottingham Forest, I think Newcastle, Lewis Hall, because they have decent fixtures. Lewis Hall is also like 4.6, 4.7. Because I think with Nottingham Forest, they have tough fixtures coming up. So do Fulham. That's kind of why I wanted to get off of their players over that Christmas
Mhm.
period, just because they don't have like clean sheetable fixtures, and they're not gonna get you huge attacking returns. Like, so that's kind of what I want to say. And then I wanted to go for Timber, like you said, but I have a sneaky Odegaard like call up that I'm thinking because we still have an Embuemo shaped hole in our team. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna preface that by saying before anybody claims that I'm copying, I've already gotten rid of Mbeumo. I'm not saying
Aka,
who. I'm not saying who I got rid of him for, but
aka, aka.
I'm just saying. No, I'm joking. I'm actually joking. We'll get to why I don't think Odegaard is actually a good option to bring into the team.
Okay. No,
I'm
that's
just trying
fine
to.
then.
I'm just messing with tips, but
No,
like
no,
we'll get to
because
why I don't think.
he knows why I never bought in Timber. I never bought in Timber because I never wanted to block the Odegaard mission. So there was
Yeah,
method behind not. Okay, maybe Pedro Porro was the problem. Like, if in hindsight, I would have gone for Cowell now from Chelsea, but I can't turn back the hands of time. So Pedro Porro until
yeah,
the
but
new
you can
year.
take the -4 and go back.
No, I took a -4 to bring him in. I can't take a -4 to take him out. That makes no sense.
What made no sense to bring him in the first place?
So I'm not gonna double barrel. Two wrongs and make a right, Sid. So I'm just
Actually,
gonna
two
live with my
negatives
one
do make a
wrong.
positive.
I'm just gonna stick with my one wrong, and then I'm gonna believe, like I said, I'm gonna believe in the filters. I'm like, the filters will make Pedro Parra come great. So yeah. So then I think that, yeah, Cowell, Lewis Hall, um, or even going for a Gomez, because Gomez seems to be the replacement for Konate. So he looks like the guy that's been in for, and he's also cheap. So if you still want to believe in Liverpool and you still want to go cheap defense, Joe Gomez is the defender that has taken up Konate's place. So
I do have a different shot for also bringing in someone. I would also say Dallo might be a good option, to be
uh,
honest.
um,
Um,
just I, I don't think, even though I'm a Man United fan and we're going to do great this season, don't get me wrong, I still don't, aside from possibly Bruno, if you really want to do it, because Amaron doesn't know what FPL is. He takes people off in the 50th minute. He doesn't have the same starting lineup. Like, he just, Malacia is starting, then this O starting, Main is starting, Xerxes start. Like, I don't think he knows his 11 yet, and he's doing what you should do to figure out your 11, of just rotating and playing everybody like Maguire came in. So Dallo is probably the first choice, but I just
but
don't think right now you should.
but then you also have Mazraoui.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. He seems to be the person that, he's the cheapest. The Lit seems like the most nailed on
Hmm.
defender out of all of them, but Mazzarari is, yeah, I think he's great. But then he also came off on 57 minutes in this past game. But I think it's because we already had the game won, and he wanted to rest him for Arsenal.
Yeah,
So I think that's why he did it. But yeah, but he doesn't believe in fantasy, so that's why just hold on for like 3 or 4 weeks before you bring on a Man United defender. But good shot though.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So who are you gonna
I'm just
trust
looking.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm just looking at the reality of the situation. Is I think United might be a good option to get in on their defense or get in on a United player if they really are back and ready to play. But time will tell. Who am I ready to trust? That's your real question. I'm ready to trust in one man and one man only. My boy, Bukayo Saka. I'm trusting in my boy Bukayo Saka.
Our boy. You forgot he's ours now.
No, 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 no. We're playing against you. You can't. You physically can't. You physically no. You physically can't because one, you're supporting City apparently. Two, we're playing against your team, so he can't be anything but the enemy for you. Otherwise, you're not
Okay.
really a United supporter, then, are you?
Oh no! Now that I've seen City destroy themselves so much, I'm like, you know what? I'm back to being Man United. I think we're gonna beat City this season. Like, I'm back. I mean, Manchester's going back to being red. I'm like, let's go. Let's turn it up. I'm like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to believe. I'm ready to believe. Yeah, stare into the camera. Stare into my eyes. Look at the belief that is in my eyes. Amaron has restored the belief in my team again. Rashford is out here. We're having Hoyland finally become Holland Lights. Ganacho is around. Diallo is on my team, fam. He is gonna be the new star boy of the season. I'm back. I'm like, My deluliness has returned. I'm so happy. I'm like I never knew. Like being logical all the time made me so sad. It genuinely made me sad.
I feel
I'm
so
so much
bad.
happier being deluded Man United fan. It is a great time to be
Guys
alive.
win once. You guys win once 4-0 and you
We're back, Sid. Just all I'm saying is we're back. We're back.
okay,
That's all
okay,
I'm saying.
okay, be
We'll
back. It's
see.
fine.
We'll see
You know
this
what? Be
weekend,
back.
but
It's
you'll.
fine. It'll
We'll
it'll
see.
make it'll make what's to come so much sweeter.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
No,
gonna
no.
make what's to come
Okay, but
so
Martinez
much
and
sweeter.
Menu, Martinez and Menu are suspended.
Oh, now
So
the excuses are coming out.
no,
Now the
no,
excuses
not
are coming out.
excuses.
Ah,
Not
okay, you
excuses.
preempted
I'm
excuses.
creating a
You
narrative of to explain what is happening. You know, when you get a thing of explain that your answer, prove how this answer equals this answer. I am explaining and proving how mathematically we're going to get to the solution of that result. That's all I'm doing. I'm just being a good math teacher. That's all I'm doing.
okay, okay, okay. Continue. Who are
Yeah.
you trusting in? Who are you
So
trusting in?
I'm going to be trusting because he's going to get my captain's armband today. Is Ice Cold Palmer. Like Cole Palmer, like he's been a bit of an enigma like this season. Like Mariska has Chelsea playing better as a team, but he hasn't really he's revolved the team around Palmer, but it's not only Palmer that shines like it did last season. Like we saw Enzo Fernandez do well. We've seen Jackson do better. Like it's still Jackson. Like you know what I'm saying. Like you're not like he's gonna, but like you've seen Jackson at least be a little bit more consistent in terms of the team. But Southampton look appalling. Like so so I'm like, there's just he's still on penalties, and Chelsea for me right now are looking like the second to third best team in the league right now, like based on form, which surprisingly Sid did call out. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, I do remember you believing in Chelsea, so you got it right. So yeah, so I am going to say that Ice Cold Palmer is the man I'm choosing to trust
Okay, interesting. And who are you
in.
choosing to believe in?
I'm going to believe in the man I should have believed in from game week one. He is going to the Etihad, and I'm still going to start my boy, my hero, Christopher Allen Wood. I'm like, I don't care. Because this whole season, you've said Man City can't keep a clean sheet. They've kept two this whole season. So the only man that scores goals in this team is playing Man City. So who am I to be like, just because it's a tough fixture, not to believe in the man that has been carrying my team from the brinks of those 2.3 million ranks where I was nowhere to since he's come into my team to brighten up my life. Christopher Wood, I believe in you.
Okay.
Who do you believe in?
I'm gonna believe in João Pedro.
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna go with the João Pedro belief because I think Fulham is a good fixture for him. I think the way they play kind of suits how Brighton will counter them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I think João Pedro might bang in 2 goals, a brace this weekend.
Right, fully. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, yeah. No, like our strikers have to come right this weekend. Like so, like with our three premiums, like we really are trusting the strike force. So the strike three out is actually instead of that being like it's their third strike, there are three people that need to be stricken out. Like so, like I do think Konate is definitely somebody that should be looked obviously because he's looking to be out until the new year. So unless you have time, you have to he has to get rid of. Mbuemo still in 3 games, even when his team scores 4 goals, doesn't get a shot on target. I think he has to be considered to be going out. And if you still have Erling Haaland, guys, now you can't be stubborn like Tibbs because Tibbs would double down and be like, now you've missed out on so many points since game week 6. Haaland is, I think, 80 something in the amount of fantasy points he's gotten. Like they've been
Can
in
I
it
can
five.
I actually can I give you a scarier stat?
Yeah.
Since he scored against Arsenal, he's
Yeah.
only scored 2 goals.
Oh, can I tell you a scarier stat? Actually, since João Pedro got injured in game week 4, he has got injured, been injured, and then played 2 games or 3 games, 3 games, and has gotten more points, has gotten one more point than Erling Haaland. You have to get rid of Haaland. So that has to be the strike three out for me. So then you have to make those changes
Oh no,
for.
you
So
haven't
those are
heard what my strike 3 out is though.
who?
Pedro Porro is a strike 3. You're out.
I disagree.
Okay, you
Okay.
can
No, no, no. Okay.
disagree.
He
Disagree.
he is actually, but again, I hate this about me now. You see, because now that I've got Man United's confidence again, I'm gonna be so deluded that like Man United need to be terrible so I can just focus on fantasy. Because now, you know what I'm saying? Because then I get to be the logical fantasy manager that I am. But then now that Man United are doing well again, now I'm deluded. Now then deluded supporter tips now count into deluded fantasy manager tips. So then now I'm gonna be deluded and I'm like, you know what? I believed in Pedro Porro from game week 1. Did terribly, so I sold him. But I'm gonna believe in him again because maybe Game Week 1 tips had something, but Game Week 1 tips was deluded. So I don't. So you're probably right, but I won't let you be right until he proves to me again he's wrong for my team.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
Fair
Okay.
enough. Okay,
Alrighty.
I'll
So
let
let's
you. I'll
just
let you live.
yeah. So let's just go through our hindsight is foresight because this will be great because I want to see our predictions for our the Diamond Dogs Derby, the Diamond Dogs Derby.
Yeah, I'm ready for the
So
Diamond Dogs derby.
yeah, the Diamond Dogs Derby. So then obviously the game week starts tomorrow,
Yeah,
Tuesday the 3rd of December,
yeah.
and it's going to kick off with Ipswich versus Crystal Palace. Um, I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a 1-1, a score draw, 1-1 draw.
No, I think Ipswich win 1-2-1 or 1-0. I think
Yeah,
1-0. I think Ipswich win 1-0.
yeah. Crystal Palace saved me in the 95th minute, so that they could draw to Newcastle. Me and Sid are watching the Sharks rugby game, and Newcastle were winning, and I'm like, oh, why did I have so much faith? Why did I believe in Eze? Only because I just never wanted everyone at the Newcastle defender to get a clean sheet. So that's when I realized that I can't be a hater, because me doing these predictions and hating on other teams is actually costing me life. So
It really
let me
is. That's the problem. I don't think you've realized. You're just hating on other teams, and it's costing you.
exactly. So I need to stop being a perpetual hater and just enjoy my team. Let me make my team better. So but I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
Okay, I think 1-0 to Ipswich.
Okay.
Leicester,
Uh,
West Ham.
like West Ham 2-1.
Yeah, I can see. I don't know what the score is going to be, but I can see West Ham winning it.
But this will be Rude's first game in charge. He was undefeated as Man United manager. I don't know if that helps
Wait,
him in
is
any
he
shape.
Rude is coaching Leicester, right? Actually,
Yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah. This is his first game in charge.
Leicester will win. Leicester will win.
Yeah, this is his first game in charge. He took Man United to an undefeated streak. You know, our first win in Europe. Like he was a top quality manager. So, but I still think he has to spend like a week with the boys to figure out his tactics. So I still think he'll get there. But I think 2-1 West Ham this game week.
No, I think Leicester win 2-1.
Now
I'm
this
gonna
is
the
yeah.
next game. The next game is the game that you're not gonna enjoy what I have to say about this game.
Okay, what game is this?
Newcastle versus Liverpool. You can call it copium, you can call it hopium, you can call it what a ium this may be. But I think Newcastle draw this game with Liverpool.
Can I tell you, I disagree, but I will say because Liverpool's next game when you do the thing next week, I think Liverpool are gonna draw or lose that game. But for this game, um, I think Liverpool. It depends on if Isaac is fit. For me, it depends if Isaac is fit. I think if Isaac is fit, I think Liverpool will draw. I actually agree with you. But I think he won't be fit. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 Liverpool victory.
Nah, I think Callum Wilson is the reason why they draw it.
Hey, you believe in Wilson now. Yet you have Isaac in your team. Hmm.
Yeah, but I told you Isaac was a 1 week punt. You knew
I want
Isaac
to
was
see this
always.
team that you're going to do. But okay, yeah, okay. But yeah, 2-0. Yeah, I say 2-0 Liverpool, though. I say 2-0
I'm not
Liverpool.
making any. Oh, spoiler alert! I'm not making any transfers.
Okay, yeah. But I'm still going 2-0 Liverpool. I'm going 2-0 Liverpool.
I'm going
But
draw.
but we still have to discuss this Everton versus Wolves because we have to have this discussion about Alnori now. Like like I can tell you he's on my bench for this game week, where the reason why I brought him in is to start all of these games. But since I've had him, I think I might have broken him. I think I might have I might have broken him. So I still think that because Everton suck, I still think Wolves are gonna win 2-1. But
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Wolves will win like 2-1. But I agree also with you that I think you did break him. And I also agree the fact that if you're leaving him on his bench, I'm playing him.
okay. I'm just telling you he's on my bench. Like I've had to fight. Like I've had to fight. So
I
because
still
I
think he's a better option this game week than your boy
Pedro
Pedro
Porro.
Porro. Yeah.
Oh, that's how stubborn I am. Oh, if I'm starting Pedro Porro. I told you, Sid, Tallulah Tibbs is back. Rashford can't score goals. Because as soon as Rashford scores goals, then I'm like, yo, Rashford's better than Saka. Like, I go wild. I start doing
Do
wild
you
things.
realize? Do you realize Saka's on course of beating Thierry Henry's record for the
No,
most
no.
assists in a season?
You saw, remember last season when we were having a fight over Rashford versus Saka, just because Rashford scored like 2 goals. Like as soon as Man United score, I become a deluded fan, become a deluded FPL manager. I'm like, so hey, it is what it
Okay,
is. It is
I'm gonna let you believe what you need to believe because
okay,
it's
yeah,
late. It's late, and I just don't. Yeah, believe
yeah.
what you need to believe. Man City versus Nottingham Forest. I reckon that.
Like yeah,
Weirdly enough, I think this is a draw.
same.
I think it's a draw.
I don't
Yeah.
even think it's going to be like a high draw. Like I think it's going to be
No.
like a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I
Like
think
not
it'll be
like
like a 1-1 because this week, not even this week, the last few games watching City play against a team, they just look like they can't create a goal to save their lives.
No, like, and also Pep does have to take blame. Where I'm like, how is Rico Lewis playing right midfielder? What's happening? Like, it's very obvious. Cool. You know that your center, since you've lost Rodri, you're then going to play John Stones as your defensive midfielder. Like, you've seen him play there before. Like, I don't understand what he's trying to complicate. Like, De Bruyne, I don't know. Like, it's not last season where I'm like, cool, I'm just going to save De Bruyne for after January so that he gets. No, you need him now, guy. Liverpool are running away. You need him now. So I'm like, Pep is trying to think like it's his old team where he can just save all of his good players to come right. I don't know how he broke Foden, but he's broken Foden. Uh, it is 1-1 because the one thing that Nottingham Forest is are good defense. So it has to be 1-1.
Yeah, I agree with you. I
and
think
they
it's
can't
going to
keep
be
a
a
clean
one.
sheet. They
Yeah,
even subbed out Edison. I'm like, what are you doing, my guy?
yeah. They brought in Ortega, didn't they? Last game week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Okay.
I agree with you. I think it's going to be a draw. Southampton, Chelsea. Chelsea should
I
win
think
this
3-0
comfortably.
Chelsea.
Yeah, I
Huh?
think Chelsea should. I agree with you. I think Chelsea should win this 3-0. Comfortable game for them. It shouldn't be a difficult game. Um, I think everybody wants us to talk about the Diamond Dogs Derby then, because that's the next game to talk about. And for the Diamond Dogs Derby,
Can I say one thing, right?
yeah,
I said all of this before, and I'm not gonna do what you do whenever your team is playing, where you're like, "Oh my god, I don't know what the result's gonna be. I think we're gonna lose. Oh my god." I do think Man United are gonna lose, but the reason is very simple. If you watch all of Man United's games, right, we give the opponents countless chances. Like, like as that's why there were 3-2s, blah 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 blah. Like, yeah, we're scoring, but like at least we've got that right. Like Ten Hag never knew that. Ten Hag gave away chances and never scored. So at least at least Amaran has figured out how to score goals. Getting Hoyland to score braces, Haaland to score braces. So he gets that point. But we give away so many chances because we just try to attack. So Arsenal have quality to being like, you're not gonna give those chances to Saka. If you give Saka open goal chances, it's game over. So I think we're going to lose for trying too hard to win.
I
So
think
I
we're
think it's gonna be two
I
one to Arsenal.
I think it's going to be 1-0 to United.
You see, I knew it. I knew it. I knew you would do this, Chacharach. Even though we've kept one clean sheet, and then okay, we've only had 4 games, but we've only kept one clean sheet. I knew it. I knew you'd do this. I knew you'd do this. It's
What
fine,
do
sis.
you mean
Fine,
you do
sis.
this? What did you
It's fine. I
mean?
knew
You
you'd do
knew I'd
this.
do this.
I
I just
expected nothing less. Even though you were like, "Oh, Saka's a good captaincy option," gonna lose 1-0 to United. It's fine. I know you said.
Saka
I
is
see
a good
you.
captaincy option. He is a good captaincy option, but I think United are going to do United things, and Arsenal are going to do Arsenal things, and we're going to end up in the same place we always end up, which is we're fucked. So I don't know how else to explain it. Like you said, we're only
Alrighty.
what 4 points away from you guys.
You know what, Sid? I back you, fam. I've got your team, you've got my team. Someone's gonna be happy. Someone's gonna be happy. Someone's gonna be happy.
So then the last game of the midweek game week is Aston Villa Brentford. So I have
Yeah.
Brentford to win.
Yeah, now this is what messes up my team, right? Because Aston Villa, I'm gonna say a score draw, actually. I think it's gonna be 2-2. Because Aston Villa have really struggled when they have 2 game weeks in one. And like Villa are like 12th in the league. Like I think Brentford are even ahead of Villa in the log. So
Well,
the
no,
thing with
this is what the crazy thing is. Villa have played this weekend. They have to play midweek. They have to play weekend again. Then they have to play Champions League. I
yeah,
think is it yeah,
yeah,
there's
yeah, yeah,
Champions yeah. So it's Champions League. So they've got a game every 2 days or every 3 days basically for the next week, like for the next 10 days essentially, sort of thing.
yeah,
So I just don't think they have the legs to play that many games in 4 games in a week in
yeah.
like
I
ten
know
days.
that's what I agree with you. But my thing is Brentford can't keep a clean sheet. Like,
I'm not. I don't disagree with that, but I just think that Brentford will have. Brentford also are looking potent, bro. It's not even like they're
yeah,
not looking potent. They they look like they can score goals, and
mhm.
if it comes down to who can score more goals on the day, I especially on this day, I think it's going to be a Brentford being able to score more goals.
Okay. No, not like I'm not surprised. That's a sort of like if Brentford win 3-2, I won't be surprised. but I do think it's going to be 2-2 just because Villa at home. That's basically it. I'm just giving Villa the extra. I'm gonna give Emery and the history from last season because, like we said, of the difference between like 12th and fourth place is so small. So
Yeah,
Villa aren't like completely out of it. Like we went from 13th to 9th with 1 4 goal victory. Like like it's not like, yeah. So you can make it up. So
yeah.
that's why I'm gonna say 2-2. That was it. Yeah. So we
So
just have
then,
two more weeks.
yeah,
Another two more.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Fulham, Brighton.
Fulham Brighton. Ah, João Pedro has to make a comeback. Yeah, so I
I
think
told you. Yeah, I told you. I think Brighton win this game. I think it's like a 3-2 win.
yeah, exactly. That's same as my scoreline. And I think João
Yeah.
Pedro is going to get a brace. And I think Raul actually, who's had some really good numbers, he just can't score, but he's had some really good chances. I think Raul is going to finally get on the goal sheet also this game week.
Hmm. And then the final one, Bournemouth versus Tottenham.
Tottenham are losing.
I know I've got Bournemouth to draw. I've got a
Nah,
draw here. I've got a draw here.
I cannot trust Tottenham with a bar of soap. That team will thrash United, then lose to some team in Europe no one's
Yeah,
ever
but
heard of.
I
They
just
will
don't think they're
beat.
gonna. I don't think
Yeah.
they'll lose. I think they'll draw because of the fact that, like, okay, look, Bournemouth can score, which I would also say Semenyo might be a good option if you're looking for a midfield option to bring back.
Hmm. Yeah.
Semenyo might be a good option for that, but I just think Bournemouth versus Tottenham, it's got everything written for it just being a draw because Bournemouth also are the same team that like Tottenham, where they can score one week and not score the next week and have a up and down season. And the two of them together, I think, just cancel each other out and just ends up in a boring draw game.
Yeah, I think yeah, okay. No, that's fair. But I just go for I think a Bournemouth win. I think it's gonna be 2-1 to Bournemouth. I never saw anything that inspired me in Tottenham's draw this game week that makes me think that they're a team that's gonna get a lot of goals. Where in Bournemouth I saw a team that's going to attack. They might lose, but they're willing to attack. So that's why I just think Bournemouth can win 2-1. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Alrighty, so what since we won't be doing a deadline stream this game week, let's just go through our team selection and who you looking to captain this game week, Sid?
Who am I looking to captain this game week?
Yeah.
I think either Palmer or Cunha, to be honest.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You don't
And then
believe me, do
yeah,
you?
now I know you're gonna end up captaining Saka, so it's fine. I know deep in my it's fine, Sid. We'll do a team reveal. We do a team reveal on our Instagram when the deadline ends. Take a snapshot of your team. I can almost guarantee that Saka or Salah is going to be captain. Can guarantee it. So it's fine. I know you, Sid. You forget I've known you for 27 years. So I know you. I see you. I sees you. I know when there's lies and deceit detected.
Hey, bro, you can pretend to know me, but I'm telling you right now, I think, yeah, I'm going to go with the Cunha captaincy.
Okay. So I
I told you I
am
gave up this season. Now, so let me have some fun. Let me choose some
Sid.
fun captaincy
Again.
options.
Uh-uh. Just wait until Sid goes on a run. As soon as Pedro Porro starts messing up my team, just like the other transfer I'm going to bring in that messed up my team now, then as soon as Sid starts getting a clawback, oh, just wait. You'll see a new version of Tibbs. You'll be so happy when he starts winning game by game week, and I end up losing. And then he'll be like, "Yo, I'm just so tired from carrying this podcast." You'll see him. Don't worry, it's fine. I know where he is now. It's cool. So my team, I took out Kanate, um, and I replaced him because I think he was going down in price. I took out Kanate and I replaced him with Trent Alexander Arnold. So my defense is Trent, Porro, and Gabriel. I know you remember I started the season with Porro, and Trent, and that is why I wildcarded. But here we are again.
Just
And
also
then,
notice there's not a single one of those defenders are from your wildcard team. Not
oh yeah,
one of those defenders. Gabriel was not in your wildcard team draft. Not
neither was
Trent.
Pedro Porro. Neither was Gabriel. Neither was Alnori. The only other that's there for my wild card is Greaves on the bench, third bench. Last, I told you, I've done everything to undo my wild card. Then basically I have a choice to make between starting Mbuemo or Wood because I'm going to start Semenyo, Saka, and Salah. So I still haven't decided between Wood and Mbuemo who I'm going to start, but my captaincy is going to be on Palmer with vice captaincy on Salah. Sorry, on Salah.
Okay.
So that's my plan. And the only issue I have to make is decide between Mbuemo and Wood. Those are the only two transfers I have to make. I'll check with AI and I'll see how I feel in the morning over that decision. But that is my team going forward. And I'm hoping to either find a replacement for Mbuemo or roll the following week because I want to start building up transfers now to try and get a decent team. So
Okay,
that's kind of my plan.
that's a good option. I'm just not gonna make a transfer.
Yeah.
I've missed the price drop for Konate, so I'm gonna ride the wave now.
Wait, so you have Konate and Isak on your bench?
Hmm.
Okay, okay, okay. Well,
I
I
told
think
you.
that is the end of
I told you.
our.
I'm just here for the vibes
Look,
this season. I told you
Sid,
I'm just here for the vibes.
Sid, you know what? I hope you get cold this festive season in your for a Christmas present because that's all you are, fam. That's all you are. You're being naughty. You're being on the naughty list. You're the
That's what you think. That's what you think.
Okay, that is officially our first episode. This is how our episodes are going to be, sort of over this festive period.
Yeah,
So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys have any more ideas of what else we could do to try sprucing it up, let us know. We'll try and implement them. But thank you again for listening and watching us for the first time. My name is Tibbs from the FPL Diamond Dogs.
and my name's Sid,
And remember, we are number one in the field.
and number one in your hearts.
Oh,